calls for 128 grams of lye. That is for 2.5 pounds of soap. A lot of times when we're watching soap makers and we're trying to learn soap making, we're watching someone that's making 20 pounds, 50 pounds, slabs of soap. And so they're making lye in large containers, very much like this. But when you are starting, you literally are making about 100 grams plus or less and more of lye water. You want to make sure that all skin surfaces are covered. You want to make sure you got your gloves on, your mask, your glasses, or your goggles. And you want to make sure you got a nice safe distance for when you're going to measure your lye. You want to make sure you use distilled water, okay? And we can get distilled water pretty much everywhere. Now, my recipe again said what? 128 grams for 2.5 pounds of some oils and butters to make my soap. So I'm going to go ahead and get 128 grams of water. Just measuring that out. And why did I choose grams? I chose grams because the math be math. And choosing grams, the math is easy. I can make half that, double that, quadruple that. It's just easy math. And since you are going to use grams, you will need a scale. You have to measure. You can only measure grams by the scale. So I have a small scale here, 126. And yes, you got to play around with droplets, all right? That went a little over. We're going to do it one more time. Just take out just a little bit, and I should be right at 128. All right. Now, again, I'm using some very safe containers. And this one, I'm going to measure my lye. My recipe said 128 grams. No more, no less on this one. You need to be precise, because of the outcome that we want on the soap. And 1-to-1 ratio is good for those who like to make milk soaps. You want to do aloe vera. You want to add in different purees, right? You're going to use another liquid. But you want to get over the hurdle and just dissolve the lye in water. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to just dissolve my lye in the water, okay? So I'm going to put my water. You don't have to have it on the scale. I just brought it back into view. All right, 128 grams of lye. That is how much lye you're going to use as a beginner soap maker. Safe container, safe gloves, mask, glasses. And you're just going to go ahead and lightly pour that into your water. You're going to take your stainless steel spoon, okay? And you're just going to start to give that a stir. At this point, you want to be as far away as you can within reach, because you're going to see the fumes come up, and this can heat up. But again, this is the beginner level. This is probably the smallest. Well, actually, some of you might use half of this, because maybe you're making 1 pound of soap. But this is what I think a lot of us don't realize when we start soap making, because we're watching so many different experts and they're making so much. But this is literally it, right? Now, on a 1-to-1, it's not going to become totally clear, but you just want to make sure all of your lye is dissolved, okay? And you could actually do this, put this in an ice bath. You really want to be safe. And when you put it in an ice bath, it will keep down some of the fumes. Now, I like to make my lye up ahead of time, a day at a time, when it's quiet. There's no kids running around, no pets running around, nobody to disturb. And so I make up about 6 to 8 batches of lye water for my soap day or my soap week, okay? And then I'm going to just place the top on that. Let me get another top. And you can, again, place it in an ice bath. I usually just place it in a tray, sit them off to the side. Now I have 2 ready. And you can see this one's made ahead of time. And here's a new one. I have 2 of them ready. I can put these aside. I can then come in and get ready to make soap whenever I want. I'm going to let this cool. I love soaping at room temperature because of the outcome I want with my soap, because of the time. I like to make soap be in the evening. I like to let the soap sit overnight. I like to come in and unmold and cut the soap the next morning. And so you're going to hear ratios, water discounts. There's 50 ways to do this, because people are working in different environments, like different workspaces, different climates, different times, different textures, all of that. All of that plays in.